Probably curious to know what I made, as I am. Oh, baby! Welcome to Sculler Metals. In this video, I am going to prepare for a trip to the metal recycler. I've got stuff in a bunch of different bins, every which way. Got to organize my truck a little bit, and then we're going to get paid. I mean, really paid. First thing I got to do is get some stuff out of here. Make room for my non-ferrous. One cool thing, found this chair in an apartment complex yesterday, and this whole base is cast aluminum. Found a lot of chairs, but they haven't been cast, but this one, as you can see, is an absolute beaut. I gotta figure out how to get that thing off of here. Okay, let me show you what's going on. I got the base off of this chair, but there's little pins. I had to cut the casters off, and it leaves this little metal pin in here. I can't get it out. Tried to cut it, but even with the Sawzall, it's not really cutting through very well. Would take forever, and to do that 5 times, forget that. Hit this one off with my sledgehammer. That would be dirty cast. I'm going to throw this in with my cast. I'm assuming if you can have 3% or less of, the metal, then it should count. So that should be cast. It shouldn't be dirty cast, but I think I have the truck somewhat organized, but it's not great. There's too much in here for what I want to take, so I'm probably going to have to rearrange it. This buggy thing is in the way. We need to start bringing stuff over here that's going. First bucket is Bear Bright. $50.4 pounds. I don't know how much the bucket weighs. I'll have to try and figure that out. Next bucket is cast aluminum. $51.6. Okay, what's next? Brass and #1 copper are still good. I gotta get the wire out of there. Okay, so here's a bucket of stainless, just a few things. Then you have all of these bike rims. It's not going to amount to a hill of beans considering the amount of work I put into it. Which reminds me, these 2 bike tires are going into shred. Okay, one thing I need to do here, put a few more things in my bucket of wire. Tried to sell these pieces of equipment and they didn't sell. There's no market for old pieces of crap. So we're gonna get the value out of it that we can. Okay. Those wires. And microwave. Put that in the bucket. All the headphone things. No idea how I'm going to get that up into the truck. 130 pounds. And let's say that barrel's 10 pounds. Good little amount right there. $1 a pound. Well, I probably should have had a camera on for that. There. Pulled it up to here, pull it up to there, and bingo. Got it in. Got about everything. Wonder what to do with all this aluminum wire. I'm not leaving it there. I'm obviously taking it with me, but I'm gonna put it in the back seat. Probably gonna put a towel down, put that aluminum stuff back here. Man, this is a bad axe, or hatchet, whatever you want to call it. I think these are way too thick to hit with a hatchet. Add to our aluminum. Just from hitting aluminum pans, it's absolutely destroying this thing. Okay, so I had an interesting morning. I went to a plumbing company. They got a bunch of stuff out of their dumpster that they were just throwing away. All of this wire, all of this stuff down here. This whole end piece is copper, so I got to cut that off. Cool, bunch of wire. So then I go to a hotel. And I saw these two items. There was also a bike there, which I wasn't able to get. And I was thinking of loading the stuff up, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in and ask them and make sure that it's okay. And the guy was super nice. He was really glad that he said, yeah, you can have it. Whatever's out there, you can take it. And I said, okay, so you don't mind if I like stop by once a month or whatever? No, not at all. Gave him my phone number, and here's why it's good I went in there, because the guy said, by the way, sometime in May we're replacing all of the bed frames on the second floor, so there's going to be 60 sets of metal bed frames that we got to get rid of. And that's when I wrote my name down and said, you text me and let me know when those things are ready to go and I'll come get them. All that to say, it just made sense, and I'm glad that I stopped and asked rather than just taking the stuff, because it leads to other things. And I happened to be driving down the road, and some lady asked me to roll the window down. She goes, do you pick stuff up too? And I said, yeah, I can. She said, well, I have a friend who has a washer and a dryer that needs to get out of there. So gave her my phone number, and sometime next week they're gonna text me and let me know when to come get them. So that was super cool. So now what I'm gonna do is just work on a couple of these things. I'm gonna work on this wire and get it into my truck because my truck is loaded for bear, and I'm ready for the recycle center tomorrow. Then when you're dumpster diving and you find stuff like this, it's just so awesome. And here's another piece I found. How about that? That is bueno. So I'm gonna look forward to cutting this up. I'm not taking my number 1 copper to the recycler tomorrow, but I am taking number 2. So I'm gonna cut here, send these elbows, all this number 2 here, be sending that, but this copper here, I'm putting it in my bucket. So we got some Bear Bright there. This is all number 1. I got a number 1 bucket in there somewhere. Yep. All right. That just added a pound. Goes in my bin right here. I'm gonna get this cord off the refrigerator, but I wanna take these screws out. Just to get more of that wire. All right. Okay, that's all I can get from that. Now my yard doesn't take the refrigerator, so I'm going to take this down to the guys down the road and let them scrap it out. They send out their compressors. And of course, these microwaves have these security screws on them. Now you get to the bottom, all kinds of screws down here. Perfect timing because I have a couple of these microwave transformers I'm taking in tomorrow. I'm gonna do all my cutting and see. Don't want to take out screws that I don't need to take out. All the wire. I'm gonna be taking that in tomorrow. Yeah, it's too bad these things are aluminum. I don't even check them anymore. I've never found a copper one. Maybe on a really old one, but yeah. More stuff to get paid for tomorrow. Put this in my truck. It's nice and heavy. More wires here, and then there's some copper in this thing. Get that off at some point later down the road. And my yard also will not take microwaves if it has the magnetron in it. There. I had one of these yesterday that I was working on. It was aluminum. This one's copper though. I gotta put pink in there. Okay. It's all plastic and garbage. I forgot I gotta get this capacitor off of here and throw that in the garbage. I don't know why they want them in the garbage. I've said it a million times, but if they're not gonna allow somebody to take these, then they're just going to a place they probably shouldn't go. But I'm not gonna make a special trip somewhere to drop off a capacitor. Nothing's magnetic. Wow, this bolt isn't even magnetic. What the heck? That bolt is brass. How about that? Okay, so that's not magnetic and it didn't spark. Guess it smells like aluminum a little bit, but that seems really weird. Yeah, I guess it's cast aluminum. I find that to be weird. It's got a pretty nice finish on it. There we go. Cast aluminum it is, I guess. We'll call it dirty cast. Okay. I can't get those off, so farting around with anything. Okay. Shred steel. That's all that is anyway. Aluminum conduit in there. At the very least, we could put this in a shred. I didn't even need to cut it. But I didn't know. I didn't know until I cut it. I think that might be brass. That is cast. Nice chocolatey red brass. So that is stainless breakage on the inside because it's sparked but is not magnetic. I want to get these two very nice, very yellow brass pieces off of there. Ooh, I think this is a poopy. Good Lord. I think that's red brass. And that's copper. Yeah. Red brass and copper, and there's a big old deuce inside this pipe, I think. Things you'll do. Okay, these bands are stainless. Okay. I'm putting some gloves on. Oh, God. Oh, please don't fall out into my garage. Okay. Think I'm kidding? Oh my gosh. No way. I'm calling that dirt. I don't want to know what it is, so we're saying it's dirt. Oh, holy crap. Literally. I don't even know where to put this. This is like super gross. But I can finally say this puts the number 2 in number 2 copper. I never get these enough to fully remember how these come apart. This thing is not as bad as the poop slide I was taking apart earlier. Oh, what do you know? It looks brassy to me. Yep. Yes, it is. So does that mean this is supposed to bang out? And I think this is even brass. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay, brass or stainless? What do you guess? Okay, so this looks brass. This, I'm gonna call it brass. I don't know. It doesn't look very yellow. That's magnetic. Got a couple more down here, holding it in. There we go. I think it's cast. You can see that it's cast. number 2. And more brass. It seems like I've been getting a lot of stuff lately. Fine by me. No need to melt that. I can take that in. So I gotta put this in the truck. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that because I got this big old monstrosity. Couldn't be more yellow. Beautiful. More number 1. So this had a copper pipe go all the way in, and it goes back in about 3/4 of an inch. And it's the same way on both sides. Let's see, they still should give you a brass price for that. So there's 2 of them. Man, those suckers are heavy. Okay, we gotta get some stuff to the truck. Yeah, you gotta turn out the Rolling Stones. If it were any easier, everybody would do it. I probably should have. Goes the weasel. Better be copper. Heck yes it is. I'm gonna bang that out another time. Right now, does not feel like the right time. I am gonna cut this. There, now she's gonna fit in my crucible. Okay, we got some metal in here. Really now? Really? And look what it did to my punch, that mofo. Come on. There's still a steel sleeve in there. I just gotta bang that out of there. I think I saw that from Big Country Scrapper. Saves a lot of headache right there. Thank you, Mr. Country. I'm a little bit country. And I'm a little bit rock and roll. There goes that. And there goes that. Next thing you know, oh, Jed's a millionaire. All cast. Found some more aluminum pans today. Those are going to go with all my other aluminum pans. I got pans coming out my ears. All right then. And look at all the wind, man, blowing every leaf in the neighborhood into my garage. Come on now. I mean, look at these trees. I saw some lady in a corner clicking her red shoes together, holding a little dog. That's right, I did. I think I'm going to call it right there, guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. And so let's see what we get from the recycler. I'm not sure I'm going to tell you. I may want you to guess. You saw everything in there. You guess how much I'm going to get. See ya. Okay, today is the day. I'm going to show you what I got. What I did this morning. Okay, I have this half bucket of #1 copper, and I've got this not even half bucket of brass, but I figure I'm just taking it all and we'll get what we get. I don't know if this is from a really big transformer. This stuff has paper on it. It would just take me forever to get it off. It's really stuck on there. I don't know if they would consider this, I'm thinking it's #2 copper, but they might call it even worse than that. So we'll see. Just got one little bucket of Christmas lights. And I'm telling you all this because I want you guys to try to guess what I'm gonna get today. I've got my #1 wire right there. I've got a bucket of aluminum, plus all of these pots and pans, which are aluminum. And then I got all this aluminum wire. And then in that bucket is stainless. So that's what we have inside. I've got all of this wire, which is aluminum as well. And then just shred steel back here in the back. This is my mega bin of #2 wire. I've got 2 buckets right here of legit #2 copper. Well, I've got big transformer type things in here as well. Man, I don't know how I should do that. Cast aluminum. Okay, this lamp is pot metal, as you can can see, but I think it's considered pot metal, or pot metal can be considered cast as far as I know, and this mofo is heavy, so that really adds to it. Let's see, I've got some extruded down there, and then under my cast is my bare bright, so I got a big bin of bare bright as well. So that is my load. I think I'm gonna get $100 just for this right here, and then the number 2 copper. I don't know, I'm gonna say just being conservative, $300. Might be, it's probably gonna be more than that, maybe $350. I don't know, we'll see. I cannot videotape when I'm there, so this is the beginning of this one, and then I'll show you what happens afterwards. Okay, we're going in. I'm excited. My experience with Alter Metal has been much better since I had that conversation with their manager. The lady in the front office still hates my guts, but whatever. Everything else has been good. I gotta go. Bye bye. Probably curious to know what I made, as I am. Oh baby, I said 300 and I said maybe 350. And it was, I haven't even looked at the sheet yet, but I'm just pumped. I'll have more thoughts later once we go over the sheet. What is up, everybody? I am wrapping up this video now with what I got. Yeah, new glasses, new look. You'll get used to it. Anyway, here's the board. I figured I needed to do the board again. Let's get a close-up. So it's going to show the item, how many pounds, and then the price per pound, and then the payout with the total at the bottom. How exciting is this? Okay, so you guys saw everything that I took. So I want you to tell me what you think is at the bottom of the list. I'm gonna pull them off one at a time, and we're gonna go from the bottom to the top. See what you think got me the most money and what was the least money. A couple things were a little hidden that's on this list, so let's just go with it. Okay, so the bottom item was Christmas lights. We had 3 pounds at 42 cents a pound for $1.26. No retirement yet. 13. I had that aluminum rad that was a car rad. It wasn't copper aluminum, it was just straight aluminum. That was 4 pounds at 52 cents a pound. So $2.08 for that. Next item. Aluminum transformers. Those are the ones that we get out of microwaves. And I also had one motor that came out of something that was aluminum as well. But we had 28 pounds, 15 cents a pound for those transformers, so $4.20. Not great, 15 cents a pound, but better than nothing. The next one is stainless steel. I only had that one 5-gallon bucket and it wasn't full, but I just wanted to take it in and start from scratch with everything. So that was 8 pounds, 53 cents a pound for $4.24. And if you look at these two though, difference between 28 pounds of transformers and 8 pounds of stainless, and they're virtually identical in price. Stainless is the better way to go if you have a choice. Here we go with another aluminum product, the aluminum extrusion. Again, I didn't have a full bucket, so I had 10 pounds at 71 cents a pound for extrusion, $7.10. Okay, so you saw everything that I took. What do you think's next? ACSR aluminum wire. That's the stuff that I tried to strip and I couldn't. The real big, thick stuff. I had 38 pounds of it. They paid 28 cents a pound for that wire, which is not bad really. 10 bucks, $10.64. So my efforts in pulling that out of the dumpster and bringing it home, taking it in, that's worth it. $10 bill, I'll take that. And then at number 8, things are gonna start getting better here. Just my bucket of aluminum And all of those bike rims. I have 42 pounds of aluminum at 44 cents a pound for $18.48. Boy, if you think about just the bike rims and the amount of effort that went into getting that aluminum, to add those rims to everything else and still only end up with 18 bucks, that was a kick in the groin, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, so here's the next one, number 7. Sheet iron. I had 200 pounds of sheet iron, not a lot, but I wanted to empty out what I had. We're only at 10 cents a pound for sheet iron, and that was $20.03. Not bad. Cast aluminum, 58 cents a pound at 58 pounds at 54 cents a pound, $31.32. So you can see why you try to get certain things. 58 pounds versus 200, and you got a 36-cent difference, or 46-cent difference, 44-cent difference. Jeez Louise. Good thing I'm not a banker. So cast aluminum, yeah, that was good. That was a decent amount for what I had. Here's number 5. My brass. How about that? I said I wasn't going to take it in. I ended up taking it in anyway, and it wasn't even a half bucket. So I only had 13 pounds, but they're paying $2.44 a pound. So I got $31.72 for that. I was very pleased with that. So here we're coming down to the last few things. Gonna have to be some copper in here somewhere. It's just what type of copper. We'll see. Okay. Number 1 copper. That was my bucket that was half full. I wasn't gonna take that in either. I had 11 pounds of that at $3.52 a pound. That's a great price for number 1 copper. So I got $38.72 for that. Then in the third spot, my insulated wire bucket. This is where things start to jump. That was my 55-gallon drum of just wire that I cut off of everything. Toasters, microwaves, that. I had 112 pounds of it. They're paying $1.31 a pound. I thought they were paying right around $1 a pound, so $1.31 was absolutely awesome. So $146.72. 2 items left. You know what it is. It's just which one. Bear Bright. I had 47 pounds of Bear Bright. $3.53 a pound for $165.91. Now look at the difference between number 1 copper at $3.52. Bear Bright's only a penny more. So don't sweat it. If you ever get in a pinch or you're wondering what you should do, don't sweat whether it's Bear Bright or not. Basically doesn't matter. And then my number 1, you know what's left. Oh, bingo. Number 2 copper, I had 118 pounds. They were still paying $3.38 a pound for number 2. So that was a total of $398.84. So you add all this up, what do you think it is? You are not seeing things. 895 pounds. For everything I took in. Absolutely awesome. So there you have it, guys. 895 bones in my pocket. That was awesome. Like I said, we take all the small stuff in regularly, and then we save all this good stuff until we do one big run. So to get 895 bucks on that was spectacular. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry it was a little long, but I had a lot of things that we had to get in there. So if you hung in there, I really appreciate it. Hit that like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right? Thank you very much, and we will be seeing you very soon. Probably curious to know what I made, as I am. Oh baby, $895. Oh baby. I said 300 and I said maybe 350. And it was $895. Are you kidding me, man? I haven't even looked at the sheet yet, but I'm just pumped. So pumped.